All right, now we're off again. Okay, so our metabolic goals for breakfast are halt that middle muscle catabolism. I can't even talk. Support ongoing fat metabolism. So we want to get that metabolism raised back up. Replenish the glycogen reserves, okay? Your nutrients for breakfast that you should have, okay? Protein. Use fast-acting proteins that will be absorbed easier or easy. Examples, eggs, protein powder. Okay, very important first thing in the morning. It goes right into your body. Your body is utilizing it the way it should be, and it's providing the body with all the essential amino acids that it needs first thing in the morning. Okay? Carbs. Mix a little bit of simple carb in with a complex carb. What does that mean? Oatmeal, vegetables, a little bit more of a complex carb. If you are having oatmeal, put some berries in it. Okay? Berries are that simple carb to get your body the energy it needs right away. Your complex carbs, like your oatmeal, are what's going to keep you satisfied to be able to go through and start brain function too. You will want a little bit of fat, like an essential acids, like use flaxseed oil or walnuts, sunflower seeds, that kind of stuff. I have a couple sample meals. I have two. I have one like you can eat at home, which is, grab some eggs. Depending on where your calories are, depends on how many eggs. If you have a higher content like I do, I'm looking at 6 to 8 eggs in the morning. Yeah, but my calories are probably close to 3,000 too. Oh, I can. Have you seen me eat?
Yeah, I said eat.
Okay. Then add a little vegetable to that. Make like a little omelet. Something green is great. Okay, get some fiber in it. Again, depending on your caloric intake, you're looking at a half a cup to a cup of oatmeal. Throw in a few walnuts, just a couple, nothing major, and then some berries. Okay?
Do you have an oatmeal substitute idea?
Well, like the on-go one would be good. On the go. Oatmeal's hard. Sweet potatoes.
I like oatmeal.
You like sweet potatoes?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's what I got.
Breakfast.
Yeah.
Breakfast?
Yeah.
Slice them in.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they're good.
Okay.
You could technically for breakfast, I never thought of this. Don't do the sugar, but you could technically put cinnamon on them.
Ooh,
That would be good.
Sugar. Put salt.
Like no sugar. Bad. Hey, I just got her off peanut butter. Okay. Come on.
Peanut butter. Oh.
We're talking about somebody who eat an entire jar of peanut butter like in a week. Not kidding you. Okay. Yeah. Hi, Tony.
What's going on here?
We're talking about how to lose fat.
Yeah, don't eat.
Okay, so on the go, if anybody gets up at the last moment in the morning and needs something quick, grab a couple scoops of protein powder, a cup of almond milk, and some veggies. Not veggies, oh my God. Berries. Huh?
Are you giving them a test? No.
Yeah,
You sound like you're testing them.
I'm
Like
not
you're asking
testing
them.
them. I'm talking.
Teaching us.
Everybody ignore Tony.
I'm going to just be over here yelling. So just
Okay. So, very quick, and then if you really have a higher caloric intake, which I've done before when I was trying to train for a couple shows, is I put oatmeal in my shake in the morning. It's quick, it's easy, it's ready to go. You put everything in, throw it in the blender, and go. And you have your whole entire meal in a cup, and you can drink it and drive. So unless you're like me and eat eggs and drive too. Yeah. I'm really bad. I put my oatmeal and my eggs in one bowl and eat it as I drive. I've even went to, you would really be disgusted. You know when I was pregnant with Miranda, I put barbecue sauce on it and eat it.
Oh.
Don't do that. Yeah, a little off topic, but hey. Okay, so we're moving on to a morning snack. How long do you have after you eat breakfast to eat your morning snack?
2 hours.
Good. 2.5 hours. Got it? No more than 3, ever. Okay. You might learn something, Tony.
So you eat your breakfast and then 2 hours later you can have a snack?
About 2.5 hours, yes.
And then you can have lunch?
About 2.5 hours after that, yes.
Then another snack.
Yes.
Gotcha.
All right, so morning snack. So if you eat breakfast at 6, that means your morning snack is about 8:30. Got it? Okay. Okay. So your metabolic state for your morning snack, your body will be rebounding a bit from its muscle building breakfast. Your blood sugars levels are falling and hunger is increasing. Metabolic goals now are to provide muscle with enough energy and sufficient protein to keep out of catabolism. Okay? Back to that muscle wasting. We like our muscle. We do not want our body eating our muscle. Okay? Especially as we age, we're already losing enough muscle on our own. Support the moderate and even blood sugar level. Okay? Nutrient composition of a snack. They want to focus on providing enough fuel to keep muscles fed and blood sugar balanced. Protein that provides quick amino acids, additional ones, over the next 2 to 3 hours, okay? So in other words, that means you want to provide the body with a protein that's going to release amino acids over the next couple hours prior to lunch, okay? So easiest way to do this, you all should know this. What is the easiest way to get this? Protein shake. Very good. Okay? Okay. So, in that protein shake, you want a little bit of low glycemic carbs so you can have a banana in that shake. Perfect timing. Earlier in the day, afternoon, there will be no bananas. No bananas after morning. Okay. That way, the body is going to have all the energy it needs to get you through to lunch. It's going to be happy and satisfied, so you don't eat something you're not supposed to for lunch. All right, time for lunch. Metabolic state is pretty well equilibrium. The normal snack has worn off and sustained energy needed for afternoon. The metabolic goals are to provide muscle with enough energy and sufficient protein to keep them out of catabolism. Notice how that keeps coming up? Support the moderate and even blood flow level. Should be working, shouldn't it? See? Okay. Your nutrient composition. Why can I say it one time and can't say it another time? I don't read well. You have to ignore my reading. Seriously, it's horrible. Yeah. If I really don't know a word, it gets really bad. Okay. Second largest meal of the day. What is your first largest meal of the day?
Breakfast.
Very good. It's not dinner, okay? We don't live in the farmer world where everybody, well, even back then, everybody got up and ate a huge breakfast. Breakfast is the largest meal of the day.
What if you lift before dinner?
We'll get there.
Dinner, you
It's not, no, because you're going to bed. We'll get there. Because technically after you lift, you should be having a protein shake, then go home and you should have your normal dinner, not a bigger dinner because you lifted.
I have my protein shakes for like lunch and stuff on my schools.
Right. It's a recovery thing though. Because protein shake is one of the only things that's gonna go right. Exactly. Okay? So, sample lunch. Well, okay. Proteins, fishes, eggs, chicken, whey. Why'd you put up your little nose? You don't like fish? Well, you're no fun. You need some sort of a solid dose of amino acids, okay? Carbs are going to be low glycemic without a lot of sugar. So, veggies. Veggies can be in every meal technically. I've put vegetables in shakes, but let's not go there. It's not very good. Now, spinach, love it in shake. Much other than a spinach, don't do it.
You can get rid of a few carrots and you can't taste it.
Yeah, that would be about it. But that's only because of raising the fiber intake. Raising your fiber intake, well, I'm just saying vegetables in general. Raising the fiber intake will make you fuller longer. So if you're having a hard time, like I know some people will drink a shake without much in it, maybe just some water. It doesn't last very long. Your body's using it right away. It's almost better to put something in it so it lasts you longer and your body will use it longer, okay? Yeah. Unless you're doing a shake right after workout and then it goes right in and it doesn't matter because you're going to eat right when you get home anyway. That's about the only time the timing of eating is gonna get a little different, okay? So, you take in your protein, your carb, like a brown rice, sweet potato, okay? Again, sizing, serving sizes depends on your caloric intake, okay? Make sure you have a vegetable. You can have a humongous salad. I don't care. Because I want you full, okay? You can have your fish, you can have your rice, and you can have a big salad of all greens and stuff. Good, okay? You can put a little bit of, my husband makes our salad dressing. He takes olive oil and he takes that Bragg's apple cider vinegar. He mixes them and then he puts one of those packets in it, those Italian packets, and it's really good. So everything we get is homemade. Yeah, we don't buy anything.
You know how much oil is in the packet? Can Jerry tell me how much?
There you go.
Got it.
I don't cook either. Okay? If it's not made at home, I get upset and then I don't have anything to eat and then I get really cranky. Okay. So say you do feel like you need something snacky or something. Another good source of protein that'll go quick into your muscles. If you're still not satisfied, a little bit of cottage cheese with some berries at lunch, okay? You don't eat cottage cheese either? Okay, we're just not gonna talk. I'm not a dairy person, so yeah, I shouldn't really talk. I don't eat dairy at all, hardly. So. Okay, moving on to afternoon snack. Metabolic state, energy has the slump blood sugar levels or low rebound state, okay? So this is that afternoon where everybody wants to go grab that Snickers bar. Are we allowed to? No. Okay. We have other ways of doing that. One way she's not going to like, because it has to do with cottage cheese and berries again.
Berries.
Yeah.
Greek yogurt.
Greek yogurt is good,
Like
correct?
not the time of
Yes. If you are going to do Greek yogurt, it's excellent because there's like 14 grams of protein in a Greek yogurt. Here's the issue. It can't have the sugar in it.
So he's used to
The
buy the
lowest
big
one
tubs
is the
of nastiness.
FAGE one. How do you say that?
The FAGE, that Fage or whatever.
Yeah, that's
Uh-huh.
what I get. I get
Yep.
the big.
Yep. Get the big tub of the
I put
fudgy.
stevia in it.
Once
Is that
you
sugar-free?
Once you mix berries and stuff in it, you cannot hardly taste it. My kids will actually eat that stuff on broccoli, and they don't know the difference between that and
Sour cream.
chip dip. Oh, sour cream. Yeah. Yeah,
Sour
'cause it
cream.
does.
It's kind of
Uh-huh.
sour, but you have to stevia or something.
Right, right. Now, you know what I like to do? I like to take it and I put protein powder in it. I get my kids to eat it like that too.
What about Dana and Lake?
Protein powder on their oatmeal.
I think there's still sugar in that, and it's not Greek.
Do
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay. You gotta watch the sugar content. You
it
have
a little bit
to.
of sugar or zero sugar?
None of
It
them
has, yeah.
do. The Chobani, you see the cups with like the strawberry ones with some of the fruit in the bottom, and it was still like
It's horrible still.
crazy.
Yeah, it's like 20 some grams. You don't want that. You have to get the plain one.
Just had
You-
mango lemonade for lunch and it was delicious.
Telling
You
if
have
put
to
stevia-
add your
if you put
stuff to
stevia
it.
and berries in it,
Yeah.
it's so good.
Or like I do, I take the Greek yogurt, put protein powder in with a little water in it. It's excellent. My kids will ask for that. She freezes it. She freezes it and makes like a frozen Greek yogurt.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good little snack. If you want ice cream or something, it's quick, easy, and you know it's healthy for you. Okay. Another idea for a snack, especially afternoon, apple with peanut butter, almond butter is preferred. Okay. You got to watch some of your peanut butters. Different stuff has sugar in it.
Can I add granola to my peanut butter? Because I did that today.
Gotta watch because granola is high fat,
So good.
and there's a lot of calories in it for a
What if I
small
try to
amount.
add oatmeal to my peanut butter?
That's really good. I've done that before.
All right. Tomorrow.
Okay, I have done that before. Okay. All right, post-workout. So, this is the best time for you to have anything sugary. But are we gonna go eat something sugary? No. Okay. Fruit, exactly. That's your sugar. I'm telling you, if you get off of sugar and you only have fruit, you don't need sugar, trust me. The muscles at this time are primed to receive nutrients and they want to recover. You are breaking your muscles down while you work out. Oh my God, you break meat. Holy moly. Mine would look like scribble, not kidding you.
Randy, she has ADD.
I do, don't I?
You are breaking your muscles. Holy, you very nice.
Now you can tell I didn't do very good in school. All right. They want to rebuild 15 to 30 minutes after a workout. Okay? We all know you have to have your protein shake before you walk out the door as you drive home. Okay?
Instead of wasting
Okay.
it.
Yes. Kelly's wasting away because she worked out. She didn't know she was staying. I made her stay. Okay. So, we're not drinking margaritas. Your glycogen levels have been burned or are working out, or burned up working out, and our depleted blood sugar has been used, and the muscles are in high nutrient-deprived starvation, okay? So, at this time, you want something that can absorb fast into your muscles. Protein is perfect, protein powder. That's probably one of the best things to do after a workout, okay? Because it's one of the few sources that can immediately get into your muscles and recover. And that's why I said, I don't care if you don't have protein all day, but if you have protein shake right after you work out, one, it's just nice to have, you know, it's refreshing after you work out. You need something, you know, because I don't know about all you guys, but if you do a hard workout and you go to get in the car, you're all foggy and stuff, the protein shake will get rid of that. So you're getting foggy because your body is telling you it needs something, okay? So you get home after that, you know, by the time you shower and stuff, it's time for another meal. I don't care if that other meal is 30 minutes after you drink that protein shake. I don't care if it's an hour, but it's definitely not more than that, 2.5 hours, okay? People always get worried because they're like, well, I'm gonna go home and eat dinner. Okay, by the time you actually drive home, get that meal out, or, you know, some people would have to prep it, or even if it's ready, by the time you set the table and get everybody to, you're missing that 30-minute window. There's no way you're not. I don't care how close you live. I mean, my closest people live about 3 minutes from here. Even they're probably gonna push it, okay? You have to have that protein shake. It's very important. Now, at this time, not only you can put it in almond milk, that's like our favorite thing to use around here in our shake, but frozen fruit is huge, okay? Rule of thumb, you want about 1 to 3 grams of carbs for every gram of protein for that after workout meal. So say your protein has 20 grams of carbs. Most of our protein powders here, each scoop is 20 grams, okay? How many carbs do you guys think you need?
What's the ratio again?
You need 1 to 3 grams of carbs for every 1 gram of protein.
60.
So you want 20 to 60 grams of carbs, okay? So, seems kind of high, but here's the thing, your body needs it, okay? Because after that meal, it's dinner. You don't need any carbs. You don't need much of anything at dinner. You need protein and you need vegetables to get you through the night, okay? So, we're going into dinner, last meal of the day. Now, I understand some of us work out early, some of us work out late in the day. How would you suspect that changes, okay? Basically, you move your post-workout meal to wherever you go. You follow the day as it states. That meal just moves, okay? So, she was here at 5:20 this morning, okay? Did you eat anything before you came?
Banana.
Not a good choice.
That was lecture before then.
So,
Tomorrow I'm gonna eat an egg, okay? Maybe 3.
okay, so what she would have done, eaten something prior to coming. She needs fuel for her body to get moving. Because again, what's going to happen, you've already fasted for that long. If you work out on top of it, your muscles aren't going to build. You're going to actually deplete your muscles even more. Okay?
Maybe like a protein bar?
Depending on what's in that protein bar. Kelly has a good one.
Quest bars are.
Quest bars are very
They
good.
have 20
They-
grams of protein.
And very low
So the
sugar.
best thing
Yeah.
for me in the morning before my workout is just eggs.
They only
Like
sell them
that
at
just
GNC.
Eggs and maybe some kind of carb. Like make some yams, you know. Yeah. Okay.
I will do that.
They have
Okay.
Giant Eagle and Monster.
Yeah.
They're
They are
they're
around.
starting to get them at Giant
They
Eagle
are.
now.
Yeah,
They're
I've
so
seen them.
good.
Yeah.
They have like 5 ingredients.
And then, so then what she would do then, she'd drink a protein shake as she's leaving, okay, to go home to get ready for work. She'd get ready for work, and then it would be time for her to eat pretty much her next meal, or, you know, in that time frame.
So I eat eggs and yams.
Then you drink,
I work out. I drink a protein shake.
and then you
And
have,
then I shower, get ready for work, and I eat again.
you can if you want to, or you can wait your 2.5 hours. So say you left here at 6:30 this morning, we're just guesstimating. You drank that protein shake, so pretty much at 6:30. That means by 9 o'clock you should be eating your next meal.
I did that.
See? Good. Okay.
But it was mango lemonade, Greek yogurt, light fit deliciousness. And a cheese stick.
Like Fit probably has like aspartame in it.
It does. Yeah, you gotta watch some of that
Let's
stuff.
stretch the asphalt.
Okay.
Just
So-
let me know.
Dinner. So overnight your body will be in your muscle builds at night when you are sleeping at rest. Okay? So your metabolic goals for dinner are to turn muscles from catabolic to anabolic state. Okay? You need them to stay in the anabolic state as long as possible. Okay? Because we don't like catabolic state. Okay? We don't want to beat ourselves. Your nutrient composition at dinner should be low carb and high protein. Okay? Protein should be slow acting protein that can release amino acids all night into your bloodstream. Your carbs should focus on fiber, that are fiber rich and low in sugar. Okay? Fats, healthy fat, seeds, olive oil, that kind of stuff. Not very much of it. Okay? But you need the fat to help sustain your body throughout the night without that snacking before you go to bed. Okay? Samples, lean steak. Okay. Shut up, Erica.
That sounds good right now.
I know, doesn't it? So, I'm nothing wrong with you guys eating some lean red meat. Nothing. Okay? I grew up with a lot of bodybuilders, and one of the main things that they would pretty much go home and eat a steak every night. I'm not, saying you should for heart reasons and stuff like that. When you're looking at the
I like how she looks.
other health person, oh, she's a nurse too, but she's writing, so.
What's a lean steak example? Like, is there a certain part of it? Like, is there like ribeye and strip? And is it just
Again, that's Jerry.
got it?
I'm horrible at that stuff. You don't even understand. Okay. He literally has to give me specific directions, and then I still get to the meat counter and stare at
I'll
it.
get his number. and
I'm
contact him.
horrible. I'm horrible at that stuff. But again, fish is great. Salmon is wonderful. If you eat salmon, you don't need to add any other fat, okay? Salmon is full of your healthy fats already, okay? So you're good there. Big spinach salad with lots of vegetables and a nice piece of salmon, you're good to go. You'll probably stay full the rest of the night too, okay? You won't always, but if you feel like you need a carb, just a piece of sweet potato, half of one, something. I prefer people who are trying to lean out not to have that carb at night, okay? But say you're trying to maintain, then it's a good time to have it. Remember how you're trying to figure out how to switch what you were doing instead of just eating crap again? Okay, one of the ways is, so you have your strict little follow. You still follow your meal plan, but you add things here and there, like maybe a few extra nuts here, or a sweet potato at night, okay? That little calorie burst, it's not bad food. It's gonna keep you level out. And you can technically still be leaning out at the same time.
How many yams do you eat a day?
I eat a lot. They were making fun of me. I was literally carrying it like an apple earlier, eating it. Dale was like, "What are you doing?"
You didn't cook it?
Well, yeah. I've eaten them raw though because I had to. I know. Okay, so do you want to increase your fat loss even more?
Yes.
Okay. It's called carb cycling. Okay. Jenny tried this before and had a really hard time with it. She does better if I tell her exactly what to eat at what time. Okay? Yeah. When we tried the carb cycle, it went way over her head. As smart as she is, it went way over her head. Okay? If I can figure this out, you can. Okay. So, men, high carb days. You're looking at 2 to 3 grams of carbs times your body weight. I'm letting her write this down.
Oh, it's okay.
And then 1 to 1.25 grams of protein times your body weight. Okay? Very little fat on high carb days. Okay? Low carb days. You're looking at 0.5 to 1.5 grams times your body weight. And then 1.25 to 1.5 grams protein times body weight. And then for fat, 0.15 to 0.35 grams of fat per body times body weight. Okay? Women, a little bit different. High carb days, you're looking at 1 to 1.25 grams of carbs per body weight. 0.75 to 1 grams of protein per body weight, and again, very little fat, okay? Save your fat for your lower carb days, because you need the energy. Fat is now being used as energy on those low carb days, okay? If you would eat too much fat on those high carb days, your body would probably utilize those fat, and then the carbs would end up turning into fat anyway, so, okay. So, low carb days, 0.5 to 0.75 carbs per body weight, 1 to 1.75 grams protein times body weight, and 0.1 to 0.2 grams fat times body weight, okay? So that would be doing some calculations. So it's not as hard as it seems. It's really not. Basically what it comes down to is if you get a yam at lunch and dinner or if you don't. That's how easy it actually technically can be. Okay. I'm just saying, okay? All right. We already did this. We already talked about all the meal timing, okay? For max fat loss, you must eat every 2 to 3 hours. We've said this 20 times already, okay? Breakfast within 30 minutes of you waking up. So are you going to come to the gym without eating breakfast?
No.
Okay. I barely can make it downstairs and get dressed without, I don't even let the dogs out before I eat. I'm starving in the morning. My kids and husband think I'm crazy. Literally, I go straight down to food. I mean, food.
Fasted training. What do you think about that?
What do you
fast before you train? So like you don't eat anything. Like,
Problem is, a lot of people who are coming here first thing in the morning are lifting.
yeah, I know.
Okay.
Isn't that very like keto?
Like you think train.
What?
Isn't that very like a keto state?
No. You'd have to do it. Not eat fat for a really, really long time, and no carbs, I should say, actually, for a really long time, not fat. So yeah.
That would be.
Here's the thing: when you come in, if you're lifting, I tell people you have to eat. Okay. If you're going to go run, you might not necessarily have to eat as much, depending on how long that run is. If you're going out and running a marathon, yeah, you're probably going to want to eat something. And then you're probably going to want to take something with you to eat while you run, okay? If you're getting up to go run, 3, 4, maybe 5 miles, something that's going to take around a half hour, 45 minutes, you might not necessarily have to eat. But there's been different studies done on that whole losing more fat if you're in the fasted state. I've read stuff by bodybuilders who have tried it, and not tried it, and they don't see that big of a difference. I'm not saying everybody, because everybody's metabolism is different, okay? But you have to eat if you're going to lift, or you will not have the energy. Do you ever notice when you come in some mornings you're really weak? It's because you went all day without fasting, or without eating, all night, okay? So, We already discussed that, about 2.5 hours after your breakfast, you eat a snack, then lunch, and then snack. Your recovery meal comes within the 15 to 30 minutes after a workout. And then your dinner, a couple hours after that recovery workout, if that's when you, had your recovery workout. And then try to a couple hours before bedtime too. Sometimes it's hard. I mean, I'm really bad at that one because I don't get out of here till 8 and I try to be in bed before 9. So some days I don't eat, sometimes I do, But that way you've had some ability of burning off some energy prior to going to bed, okay? All right, before and after workout meals, I get this asked all the time. What am I supposed to eat? Before a workout, complex carbs, Again, we're back to that oatmeal, sweet potato, brown rice, protein is whey, a scoop of protein powder, cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, that kind of stuff, okay? Mix it up if you want. Trust me, I've done it. I've put everything in a protein shaker, okay? I'm not always saying it was good, but I've done it, okay? If you're running late on time, seriously, pour some oatmeal in there. You're not going to notice. I mean, you'll notice texture-wise, but taste-wise, it's not that bad. It really isn't. Now, my one friend put quinoa in it, okay? Yeah, quinoa does not dissolve like oatmeal, okay? So he was drinking quinoa. Not the thing to do, okay? Yeah, I thought it was hysterical when you told me. Absolutely hysterical. Nutrition after 15 to 30 minutes, okay. Protein, 20 to 40 grams, but that depends on your caloric intake. Most of you in this room will only have 20 grams. Most people's bodies can only process 20 grams of protein at a time, okay? But if you are a bodybuilder, a bigger guy, like Joel, Tony even, they could handle, 30, 40 grams of protein and still be okay, okay? Their calorie intake should be higher. I'm not thinking his is, but should be, okay? And your body can use it, okay? But like I said, most people cannot, their bodies will not process more than 20 grams of protein at a time, okay? It's a good time to have a fast carb. That is the best time of day to have your fruit. That's why I say it's okay to put your bananas, strawberries in a protein shake, especially right after a workout. Yes. Maybe we need to buy a Ninja so we have, everybody can bring their stuff. You do?
The cookie kind.
Just saying. Okay. Anyway.
It's like a ninja.
What's a ninja?
I don't know. Jerry just bought one. He's
It's
been
like-
making
You put
homemade
things in it,
spaghetti sauce with it.
and you screw
It's
on
like
the
the
cap and you
cheaper
turn it upside down.
It is. I love. No more. I had to buy the next.
It pulverizes things,
Yes.
except for quinoa.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't do quinoa. All right. Now the fun part, and actually the easy part. That's the hard part. Nutrition is the hardest part of losing fat, losing weight, of any kind of fitness routine, okay? Nutrition is the hardest part. Nutrition is also 85% of how your body's gonna change, okay? Yeah. See? I just like to check. Okay. You can work out till you're blue in the face. If you do not eat properly, your body's only gonna change this much instead of this much, okay? It's huge. I can't get it through enough people's heads, okay? It's Amy. So, cardio. The best types of cardio to lose fat. We're not looking to lose weight. We're not looking for endurance right now. This is all about fat, okay? Intervals. I know Sharon's heard me say it a zillion times, and I'm sure Jen said it has too because she actually told somebody the other day. When you do intense intervals, your body will have more readily available quick burning fuel, which is glycogen, okay? Making it easier to complete intense activities. Glycogen burns energy just sitting, and that raises your BMR, your basal metabolic rate. So, in other words, if you go out and run at a moderate pace for 30 minutes, your basal metabolic rate is not going to raise the same as if you went out and did 10 sprints as hard as you can. Okay? That's why most people don't want to go sprint or don't want to do the harder interval training. You have to work at a high capacity. You're looking at pushing your body towards that 90+% of your heart rate max. Okay?
How do you figure out your heart rate max?
220 minus your age, and then, so that would be your heart rate max right there. So then if you want to, so if you get your heart rate max, say it's, I don't know, about I don't even know what mine is anymore, but say it's 165. So if you're looking at, doing a HIIT program and you're wanting close to 90+% or 90, percent of that, so whatever that is, I don't know. I can't think, I don't do math in my head, okay?
220 minus your age?
220 minus your age is your max. So as you age, your max actually goes down. Now, I will say though, the better shape you're in, the more that number can fluctuate a little bit. I'll give you an example. My dad was a marathon runner, ran 3 marathons a year. His heart rate max was one number. He never worked inside that heart rate zone because he was in such good shape.
You can't get there. Right?
Well, his actual true heart rate max was higher than his real heart rate max because of his age and stuff.
He's in such good shape.
He was in such
What was
good
his
shape.
resting heart rate?
His resting heart rate was in the 40s. Mine never even seen anything close to that. My dad was one of the few people who had back surgery within 10 minutes. They told him he had to get up because his heart rate, they told him to relax. His heart rate dropped so low, he needed to move. So, but yeah, ask me if he's in that good of shape anymore. Okay, so, too long of cardio can kill your immune system, your joints, and your body composition. Okay, yes. So why does it kill your body composition? I know everybody wants to know this one. It does nothing to improve your lean muscle to fat ratio. It can cause loss of muscle. So, loss of muscle equals increase in fat. Okay? Example of the difference is an elite marathoner versus an elite sprinter. Which would you rather look like? I'd rather look like a sprinter. Okay? Leaner, more muscular. You take your elite marathoners, they're tall, they look super lean, they're super skinny, they have no muscle tone, and their body fat is actually a little higher.
What they call it, like fat skinny?
Skinny fat, exactly. Yep, perfect example of skinny fat. Okay? Advantages of interval cardio, it's very time efficient. You're looking to only 2 or 3 max 45-minute sessions a week. You're looking 20 to 45 minutes max, okay? Included in that is the warm-up and cool-down, okay? You have less risk of heart problems because your heart isn't, going so hard all the time. Build functional and real strength, okay? It's a lot more functional to go all out, and do this HIIT program than it is going and running 3 miles at a slow pace, okay? Changes the way your body stores food, it burns more fat, and of course it's not boring, okay? Nothing we do is boring here. HIIT programs do not always have to be running. You can run, you can swim, you can bike, kettlebell swings, you can do Tabata, you can do heavy ropes, boxing, jump rope. We do a lot of that stuff here, okay? An example of a workout, how you set up a HIIT program. You do your dynamic stretches, okay? Get warm, get the muscles moving. Spend about 5 minutes on that dynamic stretch. You go into a jog for 5 minutes, nothing intense, just jog, getting that heart rate up. Then after that 5 minutes up, so you're looking at about 10-minute warm up, followed by high intensity intervals at 90 to 100%. You're looking at 30 to 60 seconds, okay? You want to be able to keep up a high intensity for the entire time. So if you are new to a HIIT program, you're looking at about probably 20 to 30 seconds max, or you're not going to be able to keep it up. Very few people are going to be able to keep it up where they're supposed to be for over a minute, okay? Low intensity intervals, try to bring your heart rate down so you can talk, okay? So if I'm out there and I say something to you, on your low intensity, you should be able to talk to me. On high intensity, you better not be able to answer me. If you can answer me, you better get your butt running faster. I know there's times for some people in this room chit-chat with others as they're sprinting.
I don't sprint, so you're not
Oh, Sharon knows what I'm talking about. As I'm like, okay, you guys go out there and sprint, and her and Phyllis and Ashley are all talking and telling a story as they're sprinting. All right, repeat this for a total of 10 to 40 minutes, and then have a 5-minute cool down. Okay? All right, questions? That's a good question.
Where does Chipotle fit in this nutritional value?
Well, here's the thing. You have to understand. It's what you get at Chipotle. Okay?
Steak bowl with brown rice,
Okay.
lettuce,
No guac,
cheese,
no cheese, and no sour cream.
maybe corn and tomato salsa.
Yeah. No, not. I would
Not corn. I wouldn't get corn. It's too starchy. Too high of
See
starch.
what it looks like in it. I get
Yeah.
like salad with black beans, no dressing.
That dressing is terrible for you.
Yeah, I don't get the dressing. Black beans, double chicken with protein, and then I get all 3 of the like salsas,
Yeah.
and then like that's it because the lettuce is on the bottom.
Yeah.
And people just look at me like I'm disgusting.
Oh, I go in there and they think I'm weird when I tell them no cheese, guacamole, or sour cream.
Because it just looks weird.
Well, one, I don't like it anyway. But yeah, I get double chicken, brown rice, the vegetables, and I get lettuce on mine, and I get some black beans with it. So, and you gotta watch beans because a small amount, even though they're extremely healthy for you, a small amount can be higher on the caloric side. But at least they're healthy and they have good fiber and protein and stuff in them. Okay, so yeah. So.
Cheat meals.
Yes, cheat meals. Cheat meals are good, but only at certain times, okay? And it should be a cheat meal, not a cheat day. Sundays are really bad sometimes, I know. Your cheat meal can pretty much be anything you want. It doesn't matter. You can eat for that meal an entire pizza. Holy cow, okay? But the rest of the day, you better look perfect. Okay? It shouldn't be, oh look, I had a cheat thing at breakfast, and then I had a cheat thing at snack, and then I had a cheat thing at lunch. No, okay? You pick one meal, okay? I actually usually recommend people in the beginning to try to go a few weeks without a cheat meal. One, because it takes 21 days for your body to get in a pattern, okay, to break all those bad habits. You're too apt, like, it took her at least 20 days to get off this peanut butter thing. If she would have had peanut butter on week 2, she would have been right back where she started. Okay?
You revert back.
Yes, you revert back. It's extremely easy to revert back,
Do
okay?
you still want peanut butter?
No, I don't like it. And I would eat a ton of peanut butter.
You don't even like it?
I don't like
Like you don't eat it when you
I
cheat?
don't even eat it, no.
Like you don't want to have just like a spoonful?
No, I don't like that.
Gracious with peanut butter too. Almond butter. I mean, I don't even have it because I can't stop.
I have almond butter on my stuff in the morning, but that's because I can't eat avocado without puking. So I figured that my next best healthy fat is almond butter because me and avocado do not get along. No, I'm supposed to have about half of avocado on my salad at lunch, I can't do it. My husband was cracking up when I called him. Like, yeah, this is not happening. And he's just laughing. He loves guacamole, he loves avocado, and then there's me. I'm like, and I can eat almost anything or swallow almost anything, not avocado. A little audience over, I know, right? So, but yeah, I mean, I would wait. I usually try to tell people to wait at least those 21 days, if not even up to 6 weeks before you have cheat meal. And that's people who are really serious about getting down somewhere, losing weight, because you're gonna have hiccups along the way. There's no way that anybody can be perfect, especially when you're first starting a program. There is no way, unless you're, cold. Somebody just can go cold turkey on everything, but that's very hard to do when it comes to this. And that's why a lot of people fail, because they mess up and they don't go back to the way they were. They think because they messed up, they've ruined everything. That's not the case either. Because when you get on cheat meals, actually, those cheat meals can help you. Your body needs those cheat meals. It's like, wow, you're feeding me. And then you go back to what you're doing, and the next thing you know, you've lost 4 pounds. And you were like, I had a cheat meal and I lost 4 pounds. Your body needed it.
And it restores your leptin.
Yep.
And pizza's
Still
just
delicious.
delicious.
Huh?
And pizza's just delicious.
Yeah, and everybody has their own thing. I mean, I will say though, if you're one of those people who thinks, oh, I'm gonna go eat all this sweet stuff for your cheat meal, you're gonna be sick. Probably not gonna get sick if you have pizza. You're probably not gonna get sick if you have, certain foods. If you haven't eaten them and you've gotten yourself off of them, fried foods, sweet foods, you're gonna get sick. Because your body has been eating so clean that it doesn't know how to process it, it can't process it. That stuff's really hard on your body, and you don't even know it because you're used to it, okay? So, ta-da!
Anything else?
Any other questions?
Oh.
You two are being really quiet.
Protein powder.
Well, here's the thing. Well, I would try. Nice. As for the whole protein powder thing, I would try to limit it to one definitely after you work out, and if you need one during the day at some point in time because you cannot grab a meal, that's when you grab it. Okay? What are they
You must be
doing in
practicing
there?
grunting.
I'm like,
Are you practicing the grunt?
I'm gonna go and stop on that.
I know, right?